One thing when we deal with tragedy and we deal with depression and loneliness is we often seclude ourselves, right? We often seclude ourselves. And when we seclude ourselves, we don't listen to anybody else besides the thoughts in our head. Now, when thoughts of defeat and thoughts that you're all alone and nobody's there for you, you just need to do it, that's not coming from God. The devil does his best work here before it even gets to here. So we feel so alone, and that's what happened to Elijah. And God finds him and he says, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" Now we know that God did not need to ask Elijah what he was doing. God knew. If you go back to Genesis chapter 3, the same question was asked of Adam and Eve. What are you doing? God knows, and I'm telling you that sometimes in our lives, we go through situations and we feel alone and we feel secluded, and God is asking us, what are you doing? Because even though you might not be healed from PTSD, as I have not been yet, or other issues, God has met me where I am. And that's the beauty of who Jesus Christ is. That no matter who you are, your walks of life, Christ wants to meet you right where you are. So many people tell me when I've spoke to them, and I'm sure this has happened to you, that they feel as if they need to get things right before God, before they can come to God. And as I've always said, if you're waiting for that to happen, it's never going to happen. Because the devil will convince you of more and more and more. But Jesus meets us where we are. In our depression, in our brokenness, in our loneliness, in our sin. And He meets us right where He is. And that's what Jesus wants to do here today. As we're getting ready to have, and the band, you guys can come on up.